Now we shall see the different types of matrix. As you all know what is matrix, it is nothing but a rectangular array of elements or functions. We'll see the different types of matrix. So the different types of matrix is obtained by the arrangement of the matrix. As you all know, matrix is have consist of horizontal rows and the vertical columns. So first, let's see the first type, that is column matrix. So the name indicates it is nothing but a column matrix. A matrix is said to be column matrix if it has only one column. Suppose for example, if you have a matrix like this, say 4, 5 and 2, 3. What is this? This is called a column matrix. So in this case you have only one column. So what will be the order? Order is nothing but number of rows. Number of rows is horizontal like this. So it will become 3 rows and 1 column. Another example I can say 4, 2, 8, 6. In this case this is matrix B, and if I take this as matrix A, the column matrix order is 4 rows and 1 column. So in general I can say a matrix, if it has to be a column matrix Aij, then it can have any number of rows, that is m can be any number of rows, but the column, that is n, should always be equal to 1. Then only it is said to be a column matrix. This is the general order. What do you mean by a row matrix? A matrix is said to be a row matrix if it has only one row. That means similarly but opposite to column matrix. That means if it has 5, 4, 3, 2. So in this case it has only one row, but it has how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So the order is 1 by 4. Correct? So the order of this matrix will be 1 by 4. Another example I can take is 2, 4, 6, 8. That is, and 2, 4, 6. If I take like this, order will be 1 by 3. So therefore in general a row matrix is represented as Aij. Order should be, it should have only one row by any number of column. So the general form is 1 cross n. Next type of matrix is square matrix. A matrix in which the number of rows and are equal to the number of columns. Number of row is m, which is equal to number of columns. That means for example if you take 3 rows and if number of columns is also 3, then you call that as square matrix. For example, if I take a matrix like this, 4, 3, minus 1, root 3, 2, 0, 8, 6, 9. So order of the matrix is, it has horizontally it has 3 rows and vertical columns are 3. So the order is 3 cross 3. So this is called a square matrix. I can just, in general I can just write a matrix of order 3. Matrix of order 3. Or in general form I can represent it as Aij, where m cross n is equal to, since m is equal to mn, I can just write it as m cross n. Okay, so there is one more thing you need to know. If it is a square matrix, if I say for example the diagonal elements, so this is the diagonal elements. Okay, these are called the diagonal elements. So if it is a square matrix, then the elements such as a11, a22, a33, etc. till amm, then these are called the diagonal elements, or it is also called diagonal elements. or just diagonal. So in this case, in the given thing, this is A11, A12, A22 and A33. So 4, 2, 9 are the diagonal elements. I hope you are clear. Diagonal elements. Now let's move on to the next type, that is diagonal matrix. So you know what is a diagonal. Suppose if you take an order of 2 cross 2 matrix, say A11, 0, A12, A22 and A21 and A22. If this is a 2 cross matrix, as I said here, other than A11 and A22, only this is the diagonal elements. All other elements, if it becomes 0, other than diagonal elements, if all other elements of that matrix become 0, then it is called a diagonal matrix. So if I just replace this diagonal elements by some number, say 3 and 6, then this is called a diagonal matrix of order 2. If I take for example 3 cross 3, say 3 0 0, 0 9 0 and 3 0 minus 12. So this is a diagonal element. So only in this matrix, only diagonal elements are non-zero numbers. All other elements other than diagonal elements are 0. So this is a diagonal matrix of order 3. So that is what they have given. It is said to be diagonal if matrix in it be like if Bij is equal to 0 when I is not equal to j, because in this case it is A11, A22, A11, A22 and A233. So when I is not equal to j, that elements should be equal to 0. Then only it is said to be diagonal matrix. Next type of matrix is scalar matrix. Diagonal matrix is said to be scalar if its diagonal elements are equal. That is, a square matrix Bij n cross n is said to be scalar matrix if Bij should be equal to 0 when I is not equal to j, and Bij is equal to k when I is equal to j for some constant k. Suppose if I take a 3 by 3 matrix, so A11 3, A12 is 0, A13, since I is not equal to j, that is 0, and second A21, here again 0, again this will be 3 and 0, 0 0 3. That means all the diagonal elements are nothing but a scalar. When you remove out, if you remove 3, it all will be equal. So these scalar matrix, this is called a scalar matrix. Okay, so because it is all multiplied by same constant, that is k. In this case everything is 3. This type of matrix is called a scalar matrix. Next is identity matrix. So similarly, a scalar matrix is said to be identity matrix whenever a square matrix, when all the diagonal elements are equal to 1, then you call that matrix to be identity matrix. You can represent by I3. Since the order is I3, I can just write it as I3. So whenever I is equal to j, that element will be equal to 1. If it is not equal to j, I is not equal to j means it will be 0. So finally, if you want 2 cross 2 matrix, it will be like this, 0 1 0. So this is I2 of order 2 cross 2. I hope you are clear with what is an identity matrix. Next type of matrix is zero matrix. A matrix is said to be zero matrix or a null matrix if all its elements are 0. Suppose if you take a 2 by 2 matrix, if I say matrix like this, its order is 2 by 2 but all the elements are 0, then you call this a zero matrix. You can represent the same in 3 by 3 matrix also, where all the elements in a matrix are equal to 0. If it is only one element, then it is one row one column. So this also can be represented. These are the examples of a null or a zero matrix. Let's take the next type, that is equality of a matrix. What do you mean by equality? Equality of matrices. Two matrices, if you take for example matrix A, Aij, and matrix B, which is given by Bij, are said to be equal. These are said to be equal when they are of the same order. When they are of same order and each element of A is equal to corresponding element of B, that is Aij is equal to Bij for all I is equal to j. Then only you call that matrix to be a equal matrix. Suppose for example if I take A as 2 3 0 1 and B as 2 3 0 1. So first you need to check the order. So it is 2 rows and 2 columns, 2 by 2. Here also it is 2 by 2. So order of the matrix is same. Next we need to check corresponding elements. So if you say the general term A11, A12, A21 and A22. In matrix B it will become B11, B12, B21 and B22. So corresponding elements, if we want to check, see A11, corresponding element of A11 is B11. So what is the element here? 2, here also 2. So equal. A12 and B12, what is the element here? 3 and 3, that is also equal. A21, here also 0, B21 also 0. And A22 is 1 and B22 is also 1. So since all the corresponding elements of two matrices are equal, I can say matrix A is equal to matrix B. If suppose if I take an example like this, say matrix C is 4 5 6 2 and matrix D is 4 5 2 6. So first order you need to see 2 by 2, here also 2 rows 2 columns. Now let's check the corresponding elements. So first row first element, that is A11, this is first element. So both the things are 4, yes it's equal. Second, first row second element and first row second element of the second matrix, corresponding elements are equal. When you come here, second row first element is 6, here second row first element is 2. So 6 is not equal to 2. Since one of the element is also not equal, therefore I can say matrix C is not equal to matrix D. I hope you are clear. Suppose we can take an example, say X, Y, Z, A, B, C. If this matrix, if they say if this is equal to minus 1.5, 0, 2, root 6, 3 and 2. Find X, Y, Z, A, B, C. So I need to equate the corresponding element. So first example, X is equal to minus 1.5. So I got the answer. So if you want to find out what is Y, equate with the corresponding element. Corresponding element of Y is this one. So Y is equal to 0. And Z will be equal to, corresponding element is 2. So Z will be equal to 2. So what will be A? A will be equal to root 6. And B will be equal to 3. And C will be equal to 2. I hope you are clear how to find out the unknown elements if two matrices are equal. Okay.